Good morning, students. In this lecture series of transportation engineering, in last lectures we studied about the three major important materials, heavy materials which are used for the construction, that is soil, aggregate, and third binders. In that binders, bitumen, tar, and asphalt we are discussed about. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the different tests which are carried out on bitumen. Okay, so let's start with the bitumen. Before that, we are going to discuss about what are the requirements of bitumen. Okay, so first, the desirable properties of bitumen depends on the mix type and construction. In general, bitumen should possess following design desirable properties. The bitumen should not be highly temperature susceptible during the hottest weather. The mix should not become too soft or unstable. And during cold weather, the mix should not become too brittle, causing cracks. The viscosity of the bitumen at the time of mixing and compaction should be adequate. This can be achieved by use of cutbacks or emulsions or suitable grades or by heating the bitumen and aggregates prior to mixing. There should be adequate affinity and adhesion between the bitumen and aggregates used in the mix. So, while studying bitumen, which is a binder material, different tests are carried out on this binder, that is bitumen. Okay, so there are number of tests to access the properties of bituminous materials. The following tests are usually so conducted to evaluate different properties of bituminous materials. First, penetration test is there. Second, ductility test. Third, softening point test. Fourth, specific gravity test. 5, viscosity test. Sixth, flash and fire point test. Seventh, float test. Eighth, water content test. And 9, loss of heating test. Okay, so let's start with the penetration test. What is penetration test? What is the procedure, or what we can do in the penetration test? It measures the hardness or softness of bitumen by measuring the depth in tenth of a millimeter to which a standard loaded needle will penetrate vertically in 5 seconds. BIS had standardized the equipment and test procedure. The penetrometer consists of a needle assembly with a total weight of 100 gram and a device for releasing and locking in any position. The bitumen is softened to a pouring consistency, stirred roughly, and poured into containers at a depth at least 15 mm in excess of expected penetration. The test should be conducted at a specified temperature of 25 degrees centigrade. It may be noted that penetration value is largely influenced by any inaccuracy with regards to pouring temperature, size of the needle, weight placed on the needle, and the test temperature. A grade of 40 to 50 bitumen means the penetration value is in the range 40 to 50 at a standard test conditions. In hot climates, a lower penetration grade is preferred. Okay, so this is the penetration test equipments which is used for the experiment. Okay, so next, ductility test. Ductility test. Ductility is the property of bitumen that permits it to undergo great deformation or elongation. Ductility is defined as the distance in centimeter to which a standard sample or briquette of the material will be elongated without breaking. The ductility value gets affected by factors such as pouring temperature, test temperature, rate of pulling, etc. A minimum ductility value of 75 centimeter has been specified by the BIS. Okay, here you can see ductility test material and equipment which is used for the experiment. Okay, next, softening point test. In softening point, it denotes the temperature at which the bitumen attains a particular degree of softening under the specifications of test. The test is conducted by using ring and ball apparatus. A brass ring containing test sample of bitumen is suspended in liquid like water or glycerin at a given temperature. A steel ball is placed upon the bitumen sample and the liquid medium is heated at a rate of 5 degrees centigrade per minute. Temperature is noted when the softened bitumen touches the metal plate which is at a specified distance below. Okay, you can see the equipment which is used for the softening point test of bituminous. Okay, then specific gravity test. In paving jobs, to classify a binder, density property is of great use. In most cases, bitumen is weighted, but when used with aggregates, the bitumen is converted to volume using density values. The density of bitumen is generally enunciated by its chemical composition. Increase in aromatic type mineral impurities cause an increase in specific gravity. The specific gravity of bitumen is defined as the ratio of mass of given volume of bitumen of known content to the mass of equal volume of water at 20 degrees centigrade. The specific gravity can be measured using either nicometer or preparing a cube specimen of bitumen in semi-solid or solid state. The specific gravity of bitumen varies from 0.97 to 1.02. Okay, the specific gravity of bitumen varies from 0.97 to 1.02. You can see the specific gravity test in the figure or image. Then viscosity test. Viscosity denotes the fluid property of bituminous material and it is a measure of resistance to flow. At the application temperature, this characteristics greatly influences the strength of resulting paving mixes. Low or high viscosity during compaction or mixing has been observed to result in lower stability values. At high viscosity, it resists the active effort and thereby resulting mix in heterogeneous, hence low stability values. And at low viscosity, instead of providing a uniform film over aggregates, it will lubricate the aggregate particles. Orifice type viscometer are used to indirectly find the viscosity of liquid binders like cutbacks and emulsions. The viscosity expressed in seconds in the time taken by the 50 ml bituminous material to pass through the orifice of a cup under standard test conditions and specified temperature. Viscosity of a cutback can be measured with either 4.0 mm orifice at 25 degrees centigrade or 10 mm orifice at 25 or 40 degrees centigrade. Okay, so you can see the material or the arrangement of materials, equipments which is used for the viscosity test. Then flash and fire point test. At high temperatures, depending upon the grades of bitumen materials, leave out volatiles. And these volatiles catches fire which is very hazardous and therefore it is essential to qualify this temperature for each bitumen grade. BIS defined the flash point as temperature at which the vapor of bitumen momentarily catches fire in the form of ash under specified test conditions. The fire point is defined as the lowest temperature under specified test conditions at which the bituminous material gets ignited and burns. Okay, this is the arrangement for flash and fire point test. Then float test. Normally, the consistency of bituminous material can be measured either by penetration test or viscosity test. But for certain range of consistencies, these tests are carried or not applicable and float test is used. The apparatus consists of an aluminum float and a brass collar filled with bitumen to be tested. The specimen in the mold is cooled to a temperature of 5 degrees centigrade and screwed into float. The total test assembly is floated in the water bath at 50 degrees centigrade, and the time required for water to pass its way through the specimen plug is noted in seconds and is expressed as the float value. This is the arrangement for float test. Okay. Then water content test. It is desirable that the bitumen contains minimum water content to prevent foaming of the bitumen. When it is heated above the boiling point of water, the water in a bitumen is determined by mixing known weight of specimen in a pure petroleum distillate free from water, heating and distilling of the water. The weight of the water condensed and collected is expressed as percentage by weight of the original sample. The allowable maximum water content should not be more than 0.2% by weight. Okay. Then loss on heating test. Loss on heating test. When the bitumen is heated, it loses the volatility and gets hardened. About 50 gram of the sample is weighted and heated to a temperature of 160 degrees centigrade for 5 hours in a specified oven designed for this test. The sample specimen is weighted again after the heating period, and loss in weight is expressed as percentage by weight of the original sample. Bitumen used in pavement mixes should not indicate more than 1% loss in weight. But for bitumen having penetration values 150 to 200 up to 2% loss in weight is allowed. These are the tests on bitumen, and the IS codes which are used or the methods which are used for different tests has been shown in this table. For penetration test, IS 1203 1978 is used. For ductility test, it is IS 1208 1978 is used. These are different tests which are using the different methods has been shown in the table. Then Marshall stability test. Marshall stability test. What is Marshall stability test? It is used in routine test programs for the paving jobs. The stability of the mix is defined as a maximum load carried by a compacted specimen at a standard test temperature of 600 degrees centigrade. The flow is measured as the deformation in units of 0.25 mm between no load and maximum load carried by the specimen during stability test. Okay. The test attempts to get the optimum binder content for the aggregate, mix type and traffic intensity. This is the test which helps us to draw Marshall stability versus percentage bitumen. Here we can see the equipment which is used for the Marshall stability test. Okay. So what is the test procedure for Marshall stability test has been shown here. Test procedure of ASTM D69272-606 standard test. The apparatus for the Marshall stability test consists of the following: specimen mold assembly comprising mold cylinders 10.16 cm diameter by 6.35 cm height, base plate and extension collars. Then specimen extractor for extracting the compacted specimen from the mold. A suitable bar is required to transfer load from the extension collar to the upper proving ring attachment while extracting the specimen. Then compaction hammer having a flat circular tampering face, 4.5 kg sliding weight constructed to provide a free fall of 45 cm. Then compaction pedestal, braking head, etc. Okay. Loading machine which is provided with a gear system to lift the upward direction, pre-calibrated proving ring of 5 tons capacity. Then load jack produces a uniform vertical movement of 5 cm per minute. Then machine is capable of reversing its movement downward also. This facilitates adequate space for placing test head system after one specimen has been tested. Then flow meter consists of guide, sieve and gauge. Then least count of 0.025 mm is adequate. Oven or hot plate, water bath, thermometers ranging up to 200 degree centigrade with sensitivity of 2.5 degree centigrade. Okay, and the miscellaneous equipments like container, mixing and handling tools etc. are required for the test. Okay, then penetration of test specimen. 1200 gram of aggregate blended in the desired proportions is measured and heated in the oven to the mixing temperature. Bitumen is added at the mixing temperature to produce viscosity of 170 plus minus centistrokes at various percentage. The materials are mixed in a heated pan with heated mixing tools. Okay. The mixture is returned to the oven and reheated to the compacting temperature to produce viscosity of 280 plus minus 30 centistrokes. The mixture is then placed in a heated Marshall mold with a collar and base, and the mixture is spaded around the sides of the mold. A filter paper is placed under the sample and on top of the sample. Then the mold is placed in Marshall compaction pedestal. The material is compacted with 50 blows of hammer or as specified, and the sample is inverted and compacted in the other face with same number of blows. After compaction, the mold is inverted with collar on the bottom. The base is removed and the sample is extracted by pushing it out the extractor. The sample is allowed to stand and a few hours to cool. After that, the mass of the sample in air and when submerged is used to measure the density of specimen to follow or to allow calculation of Wild's properties. Then Marshall test procedure. Specimens are heated to 61 plus minus 1 degree centigrade either in a water bath or for 30 to 40 minutes or in an oven for minimum of 2 hours. Then the specimens are removed from the water bath or oven and placed in lower segment of the breaking heads. Then the upper segment of the breaking head of the specimen is placed in position and the complete assembly is placed in position on the testing machine. After that, the flow meter is placed over one of the posts and it is adjusted to read 0. After that, load is applied at a rate of 50 mm per minute until the maximum load reading is obtained. Then the maximum load reading is Newton is observed. At the same instant, the flow as recorded on the flow meter in units of mm was also noted. You can see in the figure the equipment which is used for the Marshall test, or which is used, or which is known as Marshall apparatus test. Okay, so thank you very much. In this lecture we studied about the different tests on the bituminous and the Marshall apparatus test. Okay, thank you very much.